Mm. We do. Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started here in just a few seconds. I'm going to see if I can share this with Pipples and Facey Bookie. Let's see here. Just give me a second here. I'm going to try a little bit of everything. Trying everything. Okay. Let's jump right back into things here real quick. All right, let's see here. Pull up our Discord. Gonna jump in here. Sorry for that little bit of downtime here as we get things. I'm going to share my screen now. Yay for us. Get over to the next page. All right, it's coming up to the top of the hour at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Eastern. You know what? Let me also, I don't know if I got rave reviews of my ugly mug from earlier. There we go. How you doing, everybody? But we're going to get right into looking at some of the trades that we had done. Now, all three trades that we did in the previous live at 1 p.m. won. So there was 3 trades in there. So about $75, $25 per contract, we're going to call it. That's how we call it out. Not so much total of what was won. Some of you won $75. Some of you won $150 because you did 2 contracts. So it's that. I got to hang now. Sorry. So let's get into. We've been testing a little bit of everything. You saw me in a Facebook groups live thing earlier. You saw me in a Facebook live process earlier. Now I'm in YouTube live. Go figure. We're seeing what gets the best traction amongst the masses. Okay. If you've been paying attention to Dex, a lot of stuff has been going on. I get about 4 minutes to the top of the hour before I have to do some more trades or look at some more trades in that process. I'm in retraining. I've been down for a little while. COVID with everything else going on, but I've not with COVID, of course, but we've been really fighting the good fight here at Dex. We just recently, as most of you know, turned our Dex Atomic system that we were charging people $127 a month for to free. And how do you pay for a company that was paying you money to keep itself going, which, you know, that's just the way business is, right? Nothing can be completely free. So what did we have to do? Well, in order to make it free for everybody, of course, we had to create ads on the website. And you've probably seen some of these, like on our news channels, you see some ads, you know, on our pages, some of our, even our, just our Dex Effects, our Dex Atomic portal had an ad up top and an ad down the bottom. But again, we get a lot of people who come and they look at the charts. Our charts, all these charts that you see, all these 10 and then 10 on this and then 5 on this, 5 on the 5-minute system, you know, it's 10, 7 on the ones. We got over 13 million hits last month in April, in April. And we're right around 9,000 already, or 9 million. So we got 13 million in April, and we got almost 9 million today, since the beginning of May. It's been very crazy. So our charts are really kicking it. And we find that the free people that are coming, they're really enjoying the process of learning the solution here for on how to trade this. So we basically came in this morning. I did a market read. I got into 3 trades. In fact, I put one on that was true active. So it had a little bit more money on it. And if I look at my, go in here, I'm allowed to show my demo account, but I'm not allowed to show my live, unfortunately. We're going to go into transactions. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to show you, each one. This wasn't just $75, $25 per contract. Okay. We had two of them. They're 25 per contract. When you see this, this means that I've done a market order or a working order on those. When you see this one, this was a high risk, I don't want to say super high, but medium risk it was on a buy for 66. So it was $34. So about $84 was made from this before fees. Okay. So not too terribly shabby for a morning's worth of work, and really was only for an hour. Now, if I left it as just finding the one, right, we're covered by CVG. If this was it, right? If I told you make 84 bucks, if you want to make 160 bucks, trade two contracts. You want to make $324, then trade four contracts, right? And that's a day. So if you just sat for about an hour, 2 hours, you could find trades happening. And speaking of which, we're going to jump over and get into our Dex Atomic. I'm going to be using our Dex Atomic on our 1 hours for right now. I'm going to be making our 2 hour ones in this fashion as well. This is a new way to look at the charts. It's a little bit broader, has ads on it. Of course, you're going to have to siphon down. You have to deal with those. You're getting the system for free, and I'm teaching you this for free. You're here for free. And some of you that have paid to be here and you're digressing to this part of it, you're really not digressing. You're expanding. You're expanding your education. Okay, your education is being expanded right now. Hit the Auto JPY just to make sure. Here we go. Now we're at the 3 o'clock hour. I'm not saying I normally wouldn't trade this time, but I'm going to give you market reads at this time. It's a little bit volatile. It's closer to the end of the day. We're only using in the 1 hour. I'm not going to go over the 2 hour. I'll show you what the 2 hour looks for the 2 to 4 time period. Auto JPY, no signal. Auto USD, no arrow. Euro, Great Britain, pound, no arrow. Euro JPY. There we go. Now we have, when we look at this, let me get my ugly mug out of the way here. We look at this, we expand it up. We're looking for the top, right? Now, because this thing is sitting so flat, look at this flat line, right? No information to the left to give me a hierarchy. We're in an uptrend, long uptrend. Pretty sure it's going to be heading back down. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a process of the mean, right? We're going to go from our top level for the last 12 bars. Okay. We're going to look at our top level. We're going to go to closest support, and we're going to find someplace in between. That's 117.44. Okay. On the Euro JPY. So we're going to jump back over. We're going to look at, and this is just a trading style. This is just a trading style, trading strategy within the Dex Atomic. I got to refresh there. Euro JPY. We're looking at the 4 o'clock, and we were looking at, God, I always do this. I always talk myself right out of my number. So we got 117.21 and 117.60. We're probably coming right into me. So that's about 40, right? You got to kind of look at it, the mean in here. All right. So 117.40. Let's just look at that number and see what we got. We may not, is it? Yeah, this is the Euro JPY, so we have it, because I think all the other pairs are done for the day on having intradays. So there's 117.34. Let's look at that number and see if there's anything possible. Oops, sorry. There we go, 117.34. Yeah, I'd feel comfortable with that. It'd be up enough. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to say a sell on 34. We're going to do that. We're just going to put one contract because that's we're just demoing out. Okay, getting back into the swing of things. Whether or not that gets bought or not, it's really irrelevant. It's looking at the way that the market will move against that. Okay. Now we know Euro USD is a prime pair, so it runs all day long, but no signal. Great Britain pound won't have an intraday. Great Britain pound USD will. So we're going to hit it in the noggin. Unfortunately, nothing there. USD CAD is. Gonna come down there. There we go. Now, again, we have this mentality that there's structure down below, but there's nothing to the left. There's no pinpoint and coming down because we've come down here. So we're hoping, we're hoping on. Yeah, no other structure right in that area except for here. And that's pretty far, right? This would be something that we probably wouldn't be able to get into. 39.18 to the bottom, which is 39.52. So we're looking at, again, about 39.36 area. That area, we'll let Nadex be our guide there, 36, but we're looking for something closer to 36 area. Jump over, back into binaries, go to USD CAD. That's right, it's not a primary pair. God, I keep forgetting that. USD JPY. So, but if it was, there's the same kind of mentality. Okay. Let's jump back over to DEX here. Go down to the USD JPY. And no signal. Is it auto USD? Remember, this is the last part of the day. Okay. Let's jump over and we're going to go have a look at our DEX Atomic and on the 2 hour. And I want to show you what was going on earlier. All trades that ended out. We do got this 2 p.m. trade process that was happening, but from earlier, from the 1 o'clock, from the 12 o'clock series to the 2 o'clock. Okay. And how many of these would have picked up in one? Okay. We're just going to run down this. We're going to go through each one because each one would have had a win or a loss at this time. And I want to show you something. Okay. This one would have been a process right back down to here. This is where I would have called that signal right there. Okay. And so that would have been 64.95. Somewhere in there, we would have gotten picked up because you got this little hit right here. So this is a win. That's one. Audi JPY on the 2 hour. This is just a 2 hour. We're only looking at 12 o'clock. So that one didn't have one. Your Great Britain pound. This one, we're looking at 12. There we go. Now on this, I don't think we would have gotten picked up because I wouldn't have been able to validate a level because the signal would have came out right here. This would have been just under this. And I probably would have told myself not to do this particular trade unless I came all the way back down to here and back to the MA. Now, I don't think we would have gotten bought 89.23 to 89.30. We may have gotten bought right away. That would have been a $25 trade right there. So I'll count that as a win because that's only 7 pips off on a 2 hour trade. So I think we would have gotten bought from that point. So that's 2-0. Euro JPY. I'm here to be honest with you too. Okay. If I don't think I'm going to get into a trade, I wouldn't get in. I just don't want to show you wins to show you wins. Okay. No trade here at 12. Euro USD. So we're sitting at 2-0. And there's 12 again. Would we have gotten into this one? Possibly not. So yeah, because this one would have been, I think, too far. 808.78. Yeah, that's about 30 pips off. We wouldn't have been able to get into that one. So Great Britain pound JPY. Now this one definitely would. Oh, that's at 10 o'clock. So never mind. Because it would have been up here. So we're only looking at the 12 o'clocks. So still sitting at 2-0. Great Britain pound USD. No trade. USD CAD. There's 12 o'clock. Now, with this one, again, I don't think we would have been able to get into this. I could have looked left and didn't see anything. Of course, you don't see anything over in this left side, but all the way back up to here. And, you know, if we would have been here when it came out, I probably could have touched into here on a little higher risk because, you know, this thing should have came back up just a little bit earlier and it was going to try to, but then it got punched in the face and went down south. So this is one that I wouldn't have gotten into either. Even though it would be great to say, hey, yes, I would have put it right at the money and we would have been in. No, I'm not about to just force trades on you. So far, 2-0, not bad off of one grid. And that's 10 o'clock. So no, and then USD JPY for the final. Okay. Now, this one's a tricky one. This one's a tricky one only because here is the time period for the end of the trade, which is right here. Okay. And where would I have gone? I would have gone straight to the head and shoulders, right to the shoulders, and I would have went there. Even if I would have choked it in, I wouldn't have been below the shoulders down here. I would have been up here above the shoulder. Now, what's the shoulder? Where you kind of, if you artistically kind of look back, you can see it's this area and this area, right? I would have been above that shoulder for a sell, even being here, because you got this long reactionary or impulse trade, impulse move, but it's matching our friend right here, right? We want it to match. We want it to be right there. So sort of matches that right there, right? So we know that this is a structure. So when I do that at 0738, does it get bought? And the answer is absolutely, because it gets to here sort of towards the end of the trade value, and it's going to get bought right in there. And that was a $25 win from a working order already. So I know that worked, right? So, but look at that. You can start to see where these head and shoulders are and start to validate them, right? Do they work? Here's another one right here, right? When you get this little M dip, okay? And you're looking for this, that it bounces off, you create that as a structure, right? Look at that. You got that at the bottom of the structure and that at the top. Where would the head and shoulders be here? Right about there. These would be where the shoulder is, okay? So pretty powerful, you know? So this signal here, you would have came back up to the shoulders and put that trade in right about there. It's been 0721 and definitely a win if it would have gotten a chance to be bought. It was only 10 pips off of it for a 2-hour trade at that point. So we are in good standing at Dex with all of you. And if you're a free member, you should be at this point very, very happy, because you're going to get something. How do we take you from a free member to a paid member? Well, I only want you to get there if you're going to be making money, right? So if you start making money, come on, fess up. If you're making money off of what we're doing and what I'm teaching you, don't be greedy. Let us know. Go hit the donation page. Okay. I'm not going to be jamming down your throats. If you're in the room saying, "Hey, Lloyd, I just made another $700 today," I'm going to be kind of looking at you squirrely, because we're doing our best here to help you. Okay, we're doing our best here to make it good for you, right? So if you can throw a one-time donation down, absolutely wonderful, because this is what's going to keep our system going. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Every $20 you throw down to this, I'm going to take you over to Dex Ally as well. What is Dex Ally, you say? Well, Dex Ally is a process that we get to help you learn how to do all kinds of things, right? We're going to teach you how to, if I take you over to the pricing page, you'll see here, and it's very inexpensive. And if you can't afford to do this, don't worry. We got, for every $20 you put over for the Dex Atomic and that system, or donate to the Dex Effects Markets, I'm going to give you a month over here. And I know, right? A month of premium, which is usually $99 a month, right? And what do you get for being over here? Well, there's all kinds of stuff you can learn. Let me just go to the all categories so you can check it out. I know, learning TikTok, right? What do you want to do that? But if you're opening up a business, learn how to use Zoom, learn how to use YouTube, just like the stuff we're using right now. Canva, which is another business tool. There's a lot of self-help stuff in here too. Intermittent fasting, health stuff. I'm a 5th degree black belt, right? There's other things I'm going to be having in here to help teach you some martial arts and some self-defense stuff that I teach personally, right? So I teach most of these things personally. So you'll get access to that too. So as a step in, there's something for you to kind of jump onto as well. If you do something reoccurring, don't worry, we've got a lot of good stuff. And lastly, if you really want to, if you're looking for a domain to make something, right? We build all kinds of websites, all kinds of things all the time. Head over to Dex Web Tools. Okay. If it doesn't matter if, you're just buying, like, if you think up of a crazy name, like, myleftfoot.com or something to that effect, right? If you buy a website, or if you buy a domain through Dex Web Tools or a server or what have you, I'll guarantee you one thing. I'll help you build your company. I'll help you build your websites. I'll even help promote them for you and give you certain SEO tools for free. So there's a lot of stuff, even from our company FaberTech, which is another value to our network, right? All kinds of good stuff. So if you're looking for a joint venture, if you're looking for somebody to help you build to that next level, I'm here. We are here. Dex, the brand, Our City Investments is the Dex brand. Okay. Don't want to take too much more of your time. We got a lot of great stuff. We got our Discord channel firing off. We got Ron Vickard in here just killing it with the Dex Atomics. Great information on these charts, as you can kind of see. He's got great information. He's got really good people in here working with him. So if you're unsure what the Discord system is, jump in here and we'll get you started. Okay. I think that's about it. I don't think anything got bought up, right? We didn't get bought up yet on this. So track the in the description of this, I'll try to put in whether or not that trade won or not. Don't worry, I want it to win. We are on the 2-0, 3-0 on the 2 hours for the day, and 3-0 on the 1 hours. So that's 6-0 on the trading today. 3 of those are live. Okay, 3 of them were demo. So I'm very, very happy back into trading again, because I've been building so many things. And I hope you get a chance to patronage and give us some of your time and hard-earned money, of course, to help you get to a better idea of success. I'm Max Farrow. This is DexFXMarkets.com. Look forward to seeing you next time. I'm going to try to do some of these more in the evening too. Probably do one in the evening. It'll probably be 3-4 times a day. You'll see these pop up, and we'll go through the motions of showing you the trades and the market reads. Very important to learn how to read those markets. In the meantime, if you have questions or you want me to do a certain explanation on a certain part of the process, shoot me an email, Max at DexFXMarkets.com, and I'll get you fixed up. All right. I'm Max Farrow. This is DexFX Markets. We'll see you next time. And as always, trade well.